Warning. Viewer discretion is fucking advised. The show wasn't created for anyone who may need a secured safe spot.
This show may contain the following: colorful language, sexual language, graphic language, language on implied nudity. You've been fucking warned.
That means no snitches, tattletales, no crybabies, no, I'm offended.
And absolutely no bullshit is tolerated past this point! That means don't be a whiny little bitch.
This is Paranormal Thursday.
You're on it, straight.
You don't want me anymore, that's what you said from before. But this twisted melody has brought a few friends.
This is the Paranormal Chef on Paranormal Thursday.
Be echoing in your head.
And Jeff fucking James.
The ruins of the life you thought you led. Yeah, you thought you'd won, but the games you wanted to play have just begun.
Oh, Mr. Voorhees, there you are. You can come out of the water now.
What? Oh, I think you went that way.
Don't forget your machete. Only on Outlaw Radio Nation.
On the plot twist, baby, to your marital fantasy. The shattered fragments screaming that you'd like to leave it behind. Wake up, darling, now the whole world gets to see. Dragging through the shaking door, solid ground. You thought you owned the dark before. Now I'm crushing your hand, one finger at a time.
Prepare to be spooked in 5, 4, 3, 2. Shut your fucking pie hole!
Howdy folks, this is Ozark Gypsy, and you're listening to Outlaw Radio Nation with Cleveland's very own outlaw, Jeff James. Where the normal meets the paranormal, and where heavy metal meets the dirt roads of outlaw country. Dedicated to making independent music the new mainstream. Who knows, they might even play one of my songs right here on Outlaw Radio Nation.
Hey everyone, this is the killer country rock band Overmedicated.
And this is Matt J. Chase, the man you want to listen to.
Hey, check and tune in to Outlaw Radio Nation.
You never know what you're gonna miss.
Active. And now for tonight's broadcast. 01010010, 01100001, 01110110, 01100101, 01101110, 01110111, 01101111, 01101111, 01100100. Ravenwood, offline. System idle.
It's a Thursday, Scott looks tired, kinda like me. Coffee wrinkles on a desk that never sleeps. Same hallway, same flicker in the ceiling. But your name and my phone got the whole world tilting. It's Thursday, paranormal, you haunt me. After normal, all work day's done, but you're still there in every empty office chair. It's Thursday, paranormal, my heart goes out of form. All clock hits 6, I lose control. You show up like you own my soul. Text you up in the bright light of midday. I laugh too loud like I got nothing to hide. Our chats a seance, little secrets in the thread. Typing dots, dancing like the raising the dead. It's Thursday, paranormal, you haunt me. After normal, work day's done, but you're still there in every empty office chair. It's Thursday,
not to fight. But who is the enemy? We should have fought with more resistance. They kept our souls in the shadows, waiting for the fallout. Well, now it's time to crawl out. Can we survive this tragedy?
Hell yeah. Welcome
Hell
to
yeah.
Thursday Paranormal. You like that, Matt?
I loved it. All three
Convey the
songs.
signs. Hell
All
yeah,
three
man.
songs.
Hell
Damage
yeah.
Inc. 2. Damage Inc. 2.
Song called The Fallout by Damaged Inc. And then Convey the Signs, who I think is a killer metal band in Cleveland. That song was called Convey the Signs. It's all about taking the soul. That's what they were singing about. Pretty
Yep.
cool, huh? Let's just check some audio. That sounds fantastic. A little bit of a delay, but that sounds amazing, right?
Yep.
All right, so today we are talking UFO disclosure, Majestic 12, Project Bluebeam. Matt's going to talk a little bit about the disclosure report. And of course, the strange news kicks us off. And tonight we have great music too. Besides those two bands, we also have music by a brand new band called Divine Sovereign, another band called Glitter Litter, Joe Boo and Brian Mullen, and Rob Johnson. All those songs are all brand new, never played before.
Can't wait to hear Rob's new stuff.
Yeah, Rob's song is called Dead Weight, and it's really freaking good. You're going to love it. Not only are we going to play it today, but we're also going to probably play it on Sunday's show. If not that one or Walking with God. I'm not sure. It's
That's
debatable.
a good tune.
Yeah, all his songs are really good, and I'm excited to be playing them. All right, so you ready to get rolling with it, Matt?
Let's go.
All right, let's go, man. All right, let's get spooky. All right, so this is the strange news, okay? All right, so AI is decoding ancient scrolls. You've probably seen it all over YouTube. They're doing the Dead Sea Scrolls, the
Yep.
ancient scrolls. The cool thing about it, man, is that they can't open up the books or they might ruin the scrolls because they're so old. They're like carbonized, right?
Right.
But AI, if you feed it into the system, can see all that stuff in like
Yeah.
3D and just turns it around. So AI is currently revolutioning archaeology by virtually unwrapping ancient texts that are too fragile to physically touch. This breakthrough primarily centers on the Vesuvius Challenge, where machine learning has successfully decoded scrolls buried by Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD.
That's what I heard. Very interesting. They're doing it in England too for all their precious literature too, you know.
They're going to find out about everything. Everything that
Yeah.
we've not been able to read through all these years and years and years is now going to come to light through AI. And there's something that AI can do for us that is amazing.
Yeah. Very much so.
On Sunday's show, when I do Outlaw Radio Show, I'm going to be talking about AI with whales.
Yeah.
We talked about that.
Yeah, very much so.
We're decoding whale language now.
Yeah. Different pods too, which is crazy because each pod has a different language or dialect. So it's crazy how everything is being decoded.
We've been able to carry on conversations with whale pods. We don't know what they're saying. They don't know. They may not know what we're saying, but it's the breakthrough. It's super cool. So I'm super excited about this. All right, I'm sure you heard about the Las Vegas creatures. In 2023, a Las Vegas family reported 8 to 10 foot non-human entities in their backyard. A case that involved police investigations, according to YouTube reports. Did you hear about that, Matt?
Yeah, I'm skeptical a little bit.
Fence?
I'm on the fence with that because there's no film, and when the cops got there, somehow their vest camera did not work. So, or they had it shut off. So what is it? I don't know. If these 10-foot creatures had the ability to shut off cameras, I don't know. I'm kind of skeptical on it, but they said there was a not a. I hate to use this word. This thing. It wasn't a UFO. They said it was a UAP in the area at the time.
Maybe they
So
were demons.
yeah, that's
Maybe it
another
was
thing.
skinwalkers.
Could be. They're Vegas, close to
Yeah.
Utah. Skinwalkers are all up and down that region.
But the other thing, Matt, is that it could very well turn off their cameras because there's been reports of car batteries dying,
Right.
reports of static on the TV and on the radio when aliens are near, and a lot of things
Sure.
like that. So even with spirits, they screw around with our frequencies and our
Oh,
technology.
oh, I know.
Just as Dave Polizzi out there, he's got a ghost in his studio, screwing with all his soundtracks and everything.
Yeah.
Which we're gonna have to go there one of these times. All
Yeah,
right, so
I'm trying to talk to Dave into it. His wife is all into it. Dave just wants to be left alone.
yeah, Dave wants to leave it alone. He's afraid that he might anger the ghost. You have angered me. We go there and we wake it up.
Yes.
That's hilarious. All right,
Good
so
luck, Dave.
underwater. Yeah, good luck, Dave. We're gonna screw you now. All right, underwater objects. CBS Miami reports that a congressman claimed a UFO was seen traveling at incredible speeds underwater, passing 200 miles per hour, up to 500 miles per hour. Have you heard that, Matt?
I did not, but I've heard a New Zealand jet admiral talking about USOs lately wherever in New Zealand and off the coast of Australia and in the waters of the Antarctic. So
And by California.
I could believe that. I could believe that very easily, especially if he was off of Florida with the Bahamas being so close, and they have the Area 51 underwater version of Area 51 in the Bahamas.
Well, they already know that the UAPs are coming from the oceans. Well, I think they have bases. It's so deep and unexplored that we can't really know for sure. I don't
Right.
really think a lot of them are coming from outer space like we all think they're coming from. I think first off, I think they're already here. And they've been with us for a long time. And
Yeah, a lot of them have. I believe the Nordics have been here for a long time. I believe the reptilians have been here for a long time. The insectoids have been here for a long time. Some of the grays have been here for a long time.
they walk amongst us.
Yeah.
There's reports out there that Epstein was a reptilian. There's survivors of his abuse that have come forward and said that he changed in front of them. Not changed his clothes, obviously he did that too, but yeah, he changed physically and looked like a reptilian. So, I mean, there's all kinds of crazy stuff out there. All right,
Right.
so here's another one for you. A family visiting York, England, recently discovered a mysterious gray blob in the background of their vacation photos that appear to be soaring through the sky. It is called the York Gray Blob, and that happened in March of 2026. It just happened the other day.
I'll have to look that up.
That's something new for me too. I have not heard about that. That was the first time I had seen that.
I'm always looking for the new.
Yeah, me too, man.
Mhm.
All right, here's one for you. You mentioned this the other day, Serpent Mound.
Yeah.
All right. Well, in 2003, a soybean circle appeared in August of 2003 near the historic Serpent Mound in Adams County, drawing widespread curiosity.
I'll have to go look that up too. Very interesting.
I think the thing is, like we talked about the pyramids, and we
Yeah.
talked about ley lines, and we talked about all these intersecting points like Alaska and things like that. I just think the mounds, as well as the pyramids, are all connected somehow.
Yeah, I can believe that. I believe there's they've been here longer than we think they have been, too. So they can be connected or in some way connected, but not maybe brother and sister or cousins, but not fully by the same group of.
Oh yeah, I agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
Anunnaki probably didn't build the Serpent Mound
No,
in Ohio, but
but
obviously it was built for a reason. And
right.
I'm surprised they haven't done any ground penetrating experiments with Serpent Mound.
I think it's because of Native American something or law or rules that they have to ask the Native Americans to see if they can do something with it. And as of now, I think they're not allowing it or some sort of thing because they've tried to dig it up and they told them not to. So
No, what we should do is we should take a drive down there this summer, sit right on top of the mound, and get that spirit box rolling.
right,
I think that would be cool.
I got to learn Native American though.
Maybe they would talk to us in English. I would think since they've passed the other side,
Maybe they know English.
they could call us assholes and tell us to leave in English,
Yes.
just like they did at Frostville Museum.
Yes.
All right. This is my last one for you, okay? And now this one, we're going to go into great detail when Corey Good is on, okay? And I had heard this through my source. I'm sure you've heard it through your sources. And I can't wait to ask Corey about this. But the Pentagon is stalling on the release of the drones, saying they are worried on the impact on the religious society, according to my sources. That the drones we see are spiritual in nature and could either be demonic and or angelic in nature. The wheel with eyes, the watchers.
Right. I heard that. I also hear that anything connected to UFOs is now being considered demonic. With
I don't think it's all demonic though.
Yeah, but I mean, we thought the Native Americans were demonic. We thought
Is that the new thing? Everything's gonna be demonic now?
yeah, I think that's part of Project Blue Book too. We're going into that, so everything.
Yeah. Everything you see online now with YouTube and talking about rituals and how people become famous and everything is like demonic rituals. Maybe it's true. Maybe they've been doing demonic rituals for years. Who knows if I don't know. I'm
I don't
confused
know either.
about all of it. It's very confusing and overwhelming. And I think that's kind of like what the Pentagon is coming at with not wanting to release a lot of stuff because they don't even know what it is.
If the drones aren't from a secret society here, they are. I believe they are from another dimension. They might not be demonic, but they're they're not from outer space. I believe they're from another dimension or timeline type deal, and they're just coming in and coming out, phasing in, phasing out. I don't know if they even caught one yet because every time someone tries to take it down, the equipment they try to take it down with ends up falling apart. Ends up even the guns jam. So I don't know. They might be demonic. They might be some other dimension or timeline that is thousands of years ahead of us. So,
or they may not even be thousands of years ahead of us. I don't even know. First
they
of
might,
all,
yeah.
I know that we have a spiritual war going on. You have to be a believer to believe that, but I kind of feel like there is. I'm not sure, and I don't want to get into politics, but this whole Iran thing, excuse me, this whole Iran thing, I'm not going to talk about the politics of it or any part of the war of it. But I will say that there's been commanders in the field that told the soldiers that this is a holy war. They're telling our soldiers that this is the beginning of Armageddon, that this is the beginning of the apocalypse. People are saying that this is shutting down the Antichrist. War has now become almost
I heard
demonic.
that. I heard that. And there's a lot of Christians, believe it or not, are trying to go AWOL because they don't believe that this is how this should be done. So
I agree with you 100%.
So I don't know if it's somebody else's holy war or if it's the true holy war, but it's just crazy what I'm hearing passed down.
Me too.
Everything
Everything crazy.
I heard that from a couple people on the reels. A couple of people on the reels. I was flicking through reels, and they're saying that they're doing this. A couple of guys said that a friend of theirs called up and said that their son's scared because of what the generals and the commanding officers are saying. They're saying that this is not a winnable thing. I mean, it's a winnable thing, but there's going to be more mass casualties than any other war in the world.
Yeah. I don't think anybody wins in war.
No.
There's no winners with this. You might get land or you might get your way, but there's no real winners.
Right.
All right, we're not going to talk about it anymore.
No more politics.
Yeah.
Well,
it's not. Yeah. It's just bizarre and weird that they would tell the soldiers that this is the beginning of Armageddon. Craziness. Obviously, there's something more going on that we don't know. Or it's just another Project Blue Beam and they're bullshitting us and making us think that that's what it's about. Who knows? Can't trust the government at all.
I don't care who's in it. I don't care who's in it.
Yeah. All right, Matt. Let's play a song. Then when we come back, we'll do the Majestic 12 history. And speaking of Rob Johnson, this is his brand new song. This song is called Dead Weight. And we'll be right back, guys. See you, Matt.
See ya.
Lives more than just my name. Now 10 dead pounds cause me to shame. I stare at the walls, I count the days while the world outside just walks away. No recruits, no more screens, just painkillers and quiet things. Jay clean the garage, Jay mow the lawn, Jay fits the bed, his charm undone. Every second's like a scream, I'm still breathing, but I feel alive. I'm dead weight, takes the toll. Ain't got the strength to move it on. Helpless, useless, locked down tight. Living this fight, you know in inside. Don't talk to the whole night. So work pretend to be that man, but I'm stuck in this hell I didn't create. Feeling like nothing but dead away. They say just feel like that's a choice, but I don't miss my goddamn voice. Come on, you built the one that tried, the one who didn't just survive. Now I'm meditated, barely sleep. Spain's too loud, the hole's too deep. Sit in silence, stare at time. Alone with thoughts that twist and climb. Chilling more than a heart that breaks. Every day's just more I take. I'm dead weight, I take the shape. Can't even face being on tape. Useless, voiceless, pulled down. Just a man the world forgot about. I'm not looking for a hand, no. I'm looking for the fire soul. But I'm stuck in this cage at the hands of fate. Feel like nothing more dead away. I don't feel real. I wear this gray. Luck is all I feel. But there's still a voice inside the scream, so I won't give up. I won't lose me. I play it great, but now I pull my own. This broken faith will break my soul. Helpless, yeah, but I still got flame. Buried somewhere in this pain. So I'll sit out here, I'll rise one day. All this change and Halloween. But tonight I'm trapped and it's hard to take. Feeling like nothing but dead weight. Now break me, it's insane. But I swear I won't, there's a drug and rain.
Welcome back, Thursday Paranormal, baby. Here we go. As you can tell, I don't listen to the whole song all the way through sometimes. I don't know when it ends, but that was fantastic. Rob Johnson, Dead
That
Weight.
was great.
Super cool. I guess that song's all about the wackos in the world that's trying to bring it to an end. That's
very interesting lyrics, dude.
Yeah, I
Very
liked it. Very good. Good job, Rob. Great tune. I'm torn between what song I should do, Walking with God, which I kind of feel like that's going to be the one for Sunday. Although Dead Weight is super good too. I like both of them very much. All right, so you ready for my Majestic 12?
Go for it. It's fantastic. This is a great subject.
Yeah, I learned a ton of stuff, and there's probably even more stuff that we could do, but we only have a certain amount of time for a show. So, Majestic 12, or MJ12 as they like to say, is a top secret committee of scientists, many leaders, and government officials allegedly established in 1947 by President Harry S. Truman to investigate UFO crashes, including the Roswell incident. While featuring in UFO lore, the documents detailing the group were investigated by the FBI and deemed fake. Well, they deem everything fake. But there are many strange things associated with this. The alleged 12-member committee was reportedly composed of prominent high-ranking scientists, military leaders, and government officials. Members listed in the documents include Roscoe H. Hillenkotter, Vannevar Bush, James Forrestal, Nathan F. Twining, Hoyt Vandenberg, Deltiv Bronk, Jerome Clark, Hunsaker, Sidney Sowers, Gordon Gray, Donald H. Menzel, Robert M. Montague, and Lloyd Berkner. They say that this all started with the 1947 incident in Roswell and also the Battle of L.A. Okay.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people don't know about the Battle of L.A., and I'm going to tell you a little bit.
Go for it. Go for it.
All right. So this is very interesting. James Forrestal, the first U.S. Secretary of Defense, died by unaliving himself on May 22nd, 1949 at age 57, after falling from a 16th floor window at Bethesda Naval Hospital in Maryland. He was hospitalized for severe depression and operational fatigue following his resignation. His death was ruled an unalive, though it sparked enduring conspiracy theories. Allegedly, he wanted to disclose the UFO reports in MJ12 to the Congress. They found that there was a struggle in the room prior to his death. They also found broken glass in his hospital bed. Okay?
Yep.
Now, another strange coincidence is Vannevar Bush, who was also with MJ12, later worked on the Manhattan Project. Now, if you guys don't know what the Manhattan Project is, it basically is a project of time travel or cloaking, where they could make the ship, like a Navy ship, disappear and then reappear somewhere else. Or It was a time travel thing. Now, Vannevar Bush was part of MJ-12 and then worked on Manhattan Project. I found that very interesting. All right, so
it is.
Men in Black is a movie, was released in theaters on July 4th, 1997, directed by Barry Sonnenfeld, starring Will Smith, Tommy Lee Jones. The sci-fi comedy became a major hit, launching a franchise based on the Malibu Marvel comic book series. Now, just like how movie depicts real events, in 1959, with the rise of UFO sightings, President Truman allegedly started the Men in Black, who would go out and interrogate witnesses and scare them into not talking about what they had seen. Now, you know that little thing in Men in Black, how they do that thing and they hold it over you, and then you forget everything?
Yeah.
Supposedly, a lot of people that have encountered the actual real Men in Black do something just like that, like mind erase you. Corey Good talked about it when he was on the show last time, how they just erase your memory. So just like in the movies, a lot of stuff they depict is real in real life. Just like that movie that's coming up by Spielberg, man. I think that you're going to watch that movie, and a lot of the stuff that he's going to bring up is actual real documented stuff.
I think so. I think so.
All right. So a little after 3 in the morning on February 25th, 1942, the height of World War II, anti-aircraft batteries stationed around defense plants on the coast of California began firing and didn't let up for almost an hour, discharging close to 1,500 explosive shells. In the early morning of the 25th, radar picked up something 120 miles off the coast headed towards Los Angeles at 2:15 a.m. Artillery batteries readied themselves to fire at 2:21 a.m., with the object closing the distance to only a few miles. LA went into a total blackout. If this was an air raid, they were not about to light up targets for enemy bombers. The Navy concluded that there had been no aircraft or any other objects over the city that morning. The entire episode rattled nerves in wartime. What did they see? Some say they saw UFOs coming.
I believe it's UFOs because what I understand, even the Japanese couldn't fly this far.
Yeah.
And even with the only thing that got close to us was a Japanese U-boat.
Right.
And you can't fly an airplane from a U-boat. So I believe it's a UFO or interdimensional object, something like that. It's got to be.
Yeah.
Because they kept this really hush hush for a long time. They even said it was some people asked what it was, and they said it was fireworks.
Yeah.
Going off at 2 a.m.
Isn't that a trip, though? World War II, we had artillery batteries all along our coast, from New York down to Florida, all the way around, to defend against the Japanese and the Germans.
Germans, yep.
All right, so here's another one for you, Matt. Remember the movie Battle of Los Angeles? I can't remember who the actor was, but there was a movie that came out, 10, 12 years ago, where they talked about an alien invasion in L.A., and it's based off this report of the Battle of L.A. See, just like the movies, man, they're just easing us up for the real invasion, or what they perceive as the invasion, which Matt will talk about later.
Yeah.
All right, so in December of 1984, an unmarked package arrived at the home of Jamie Shandera, a Los Angeles television producer with an interest in UFOs. Inside was an undeveloped roll of 35mm film, a supposed memorandum from President Truman to Defense Secretary James Forrestal dated September 24th, 1947, establishing Operation Majestic 12, and a briefing paper allegedly prepared for President-elect Eisenhower in November of 1952. Shandera shared his discovery with colleagues William Moore, co-author of the Roswell Incident and nuclear physicist Stanton Friedman, who began investigating their authenticity. They discovered what became known as the Coulter Twinning Memo, a document from Robert Coulter, special assistant to President Eisenhower to General Nathan Twining, referencing an NSC/MJ-12 Special Studies project. In 1994, UFO researcher Don Berliner received an anonymous mailing containing what became known as the Special Operations Manual, subtitled Extraterrestrial Entities and Technology for Recovery and Disposal, dated April of 1954. A mysterious source using the pseudonym Cantwheel, who claimed connections to the Interplanetary Phenomenon Unit. There's another one for you we need to look up. The Eisenhower briefing document states that 4 small human-like beings were found ejected from a disc-shaped craft near Roswell. All were dead, having suffered from exposure and predator attacks. Now, they say all were dead, but there are reports that one survived.
Yeah,
which
that's what I heard. They took them
Right.
to the base.
Transported to Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Ohio for an analysis. And they took it to, first went to Roswell's base, and then they sent it to Dayton, Ohio.
Right.
Which I believe is still a UFO hub right now for...
There is a lot of stuff going on in Wright-Patterson that you can't believe. There's complete ice ranges in that area.
Yeah, for sure, man. All right, so a second crash supposedly occurred in 1950 near the Mexico-Texas border, near El Indio and Guerrero. The Special Operation Manual provides extraordinary details about handling extraterrestrial biological entities, or what the government calls EBEs. Now, it's interesting because the one alien that survived, they named it EB, and that was the first EBE. Okay, and their technology with specific classification protocols for different types of recovered materials. It contains instructions for securing crash sites, transporting specimens, and maintaining absolute secrecy. The most fascinating aspect of the MJ-12 story centers on Dr. Donald H. Menzel. He's a Harvard astronomer who publicly debunked UFO reports through books and media appearances. His inclusion on MJ-12 list initially seemed like a glaring error by potential foregoers, as Menzel appeared to be an unlikely candidate for the secret UFO study group. But it gets interesting. However, Stanton Friedman's investigation into Menzel revealed a stunning contradiction. Though Freedom of Information Act requests and archival research, Friedman discovered that Menzel, the public UFO skeptic, had maintained the longest continuous association with the National Security Agency and its Navy predecessor of anyone in the whole country.
Yep.
Now, a weird fact is that Forrestal's death has all the hallmarks of what intelligence professionals call wet work. A former security specialist told me, now this is somebody I had talked to, I had asked him about this. The question isn't whether the official story is complete, it's clearly not, but whether his death was connected to UFO secrecy or to his opposition to other policies remains very odd. And for those that don't know, wet work is a euphemism for operations that involve murder, assassination, or spilling of blood. There is so much more to discover in Majestic 12 history. Matt, it's fascinating. I believe now, more so than ever, we've discussed it before, and I mentioned it to you this week. I believe that all presidents are briefed on our extraterrestrial friends.
They are.
So when Obama's like, I haven't seen any, and Trump is like, we're all, I'm not that interested in the subject. Bullshit.
But all of a sudden, he's got I'll talk about it in disclosure time. But he's got executive orders out now.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, it's all coming out. There's nothing that they can do to stop it. There's too many people in the world with cell phones. Too many people know what's going on. Hey, there's one other thing I'll tell you before we play another song. The Boogosphere.
Yeah.
There's hundreds and hundreds of them. They're all
That's
over
what they're
the
saying.
place.
That's what they're saying. Not
They
only in the Western Hemisphere, they're all over the planet.
They're everywhere. And I think they're like alien satellites to keep an eye on us. I'm not sure. I saw one land in Heathrow Airport. It just landed right on the runway.
Right.
They have video of it. It's documented. It's crazy, man. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on, and we'll talk more about it later. But let's play another song, then we'll get set up, and we got the Disclosure Report and Project Bluebeam. What are we going to go with first?
Disclosure is smaller than Project Bluebeam. What do you think I should do first?
I think you should do Project Bluebeam, man.
That's first. Good.
All
Because
right, excellent. All right, I'm excited about that, man. That's going to be great. All right. This is a brand new song. This is a band called Glitter Litter, and the song is called Final Summer Night. And here we go. We'll be right back, kids.
And so it begins.
Glitter Litter.
And so it begins.
So it begins. And so it begins with Matt, the paranormal chef, Project Bluebeam.
Okay.
The floor is yours, Matt. Take it away.
Project Bluebeam it's just not a false alien invasion. There's actually 4 steps to it. The first step is man-made earthquakes that supposedly uncovers archaeological dig. They find archaeological finds that set religion off kilter. It actually makes all religions on Earth a lie, kind of. Then let me see. I'm sorry. Yeah. These discoveries basically tell you that the Bible is a lie, Hinduism is a lie, Native American religions are a lie. Uh, anything that you follow right now in a spiritual way is a complete lie. They're doing this to set up the New World Order. The second one is the second stage is a massive show in the sky. It shows each relevant religious figure. Say in Italy, it'll be Christ. In the Middle East, it will be Allah. There would be a Hindu, Maya Krishna in Hinduism. It'll be Buddha in uh, the Buddhist nations. It'll be whatever the Polynesians worship in the Polynesian countries. It'll be basically Christ in the United States. It'll be in Israel. It'll be the upcoming Messiah. These shows will be in the skies for several days, and then there will be a mass joining of all of them together, and the new God will come about saying that all these are false prophets. If this doesn't scare people, the third one is the use of microwaves or thought waves to people around the world for this new God to come into your head and to tell you what the true religion is and what you need to do to help the world. The fourth stage, if this doesn't help, the fourth stage will be the UFO show in the sky. It'll be the one that basically, supposedly, will bring all humans together because they think the aliens are coming down to do war with them. This is what
Invasion.
the invasion. So they will go to the governments of the world to have them set up a one world government, a new order to go after the invasion. All of these are the second and third step are holographic projections in the sky. They right now, I don't think we have the technology for all this. Maybe man-made earthquakes with fracking, and maybe the use of HARP for the metal thing, and maybe drones for the show in the sky. But we know what drones look like in the sky. Uh, uh, that's the closest we have. There was a guy named what's his name? You should know this by now. Who started this conspiracy theory? Who was the biggest proponent? Was Serge Monast. He was a journalist in the 1990s. Well, this is kind of going along the lines with the belief that Heaven's Gate had, or a Branch Davidian had, kind of like the UFOs are coming. David Koresh saw one in Israel when he was doing his soul searching, his religious thinking, his religious trying to learn religion. This monast said the main groups that are going to be doing this to the world is the UN and NASA. NASA is going to be the one that puts up all the holograms. Sorry, and the UN is going to do the rest with the mind control and the earthquakes and the false archaeology, and basically that's Project Blue Book in a nutshell. It's very right now. I don't think it could truly happen the way they're saying it, but with what we have now, technology wise, the use of social media, the use of AI, like I said, the drones, fracking, maybe HARP, I don't know, maybe individual MK Ultra kind of deal, doing that kind of mind control could bring out some of this to the world, but the technology is not there right now for Project Bluebeam. But it's a very good conspiracy theory, especially back in the 90s when all this stuff was going on with the change of the world, with the newly uh, the newly defunct USSR coming into the world, thinking it might become the world becoming a one world order. Everybody trying to find their religious selves. Like I said, the Branch Davidian, Heaven's Gates, others that were out there dealing with, even Scientology. Scientology got big in the 90s with, L. Ron Hubbard was a big proponent of aliens. So that's
Matt, let me ask you this question. Why do you think that they want to do Project Bluebeam? What's the whole end game for them?
Control of the world. Um, I really don't know why would the UN, and especially now how the UN is becoming weaker and weaker, maybe that's the idea. They want to hold on control. And NASA, you know how NASA's been the last 30 some years. But right now I don't see how any of this for me, I know a lot of people are into this. For me, I don't see an actual strategy that would actually show how they would accomplish this in real life.
Well,
But
I think
it's
they could.
earthquakes, yes. Like I said, everybody's is attached to their cell phone 24/7. Maybe that'll be the Project Bluebeam that we're talking about instead of the the holograms in the sky or the earthquakes. Hell, I've seen some AI that really look like human beings. I see AI that really look like aliens. I see AI that really look like an actual battle going on down in Miami with the cops, and nothing's really happening. So maybe it's Project Bluebeam light, as I would like to say, maybe with the cell phones, tablets, and the big screen TVs that we're all attached to now, instead of going out there and smelling the fresh air. But I have because there's a lot of people now believing what they see on TikTok or what they see on Reels or
True.
what they see on even Facebook or
True.
this platform that we're doing, the YouTube. But this is probably what Project Bluebeam is going to end up being instead of lights in the sky or earthquakes. They could fake out a dig right now if they wanted to. They
Or
don't
they
even
could
need
get
it.
the media.
They don't even need to. They don't even need to cause an earthquake. They could just go to, say, a small area in Egypt and pretend to dig something up and find out it's not. Uh, it's completely different than what uh, they say in the Bible. Or they can go someplace in India and say it's not. Hindu was completely wrong because of what we dug up here. Or even hell, they can go to Hawaii and say they dug up something that said the Earth was formed differently than we previously thought. So it could be not. We don't even need the mechanics anymore. We just got AI. We have CGI. We have people that can go in and fake out something. You know, uh, and they could have somebody come pose as Jesus Christ on the telephone or on the screen and say, and all of a sudden turn into a different thing. They're
Could
doing
turn into a reptilian.
yeah, they're doing holograms in on stage now. They're bringing back Whitney Houston. They're bringing back Michael Jackson. Heck, they're even having Tupac from the Olympics joining. I forgot what his name was, but he joined them on stage with a hologram on stage, even though he was in Italy. He did a concert, a couple of songs with another artist. I think it was in Miami. Don't quote me, but they 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 did something like that. But it's a concert that he was in doing his thing with the Olympics, and then he took time out to do a couple of songs with this guy on a hologram. So,
Hey, Matt. So I have a couple things about like what you said. Well, first of all, I think, especially in 2026 now, and maybe this happens next year, a year down the line, the media could just hire crisis actors. They could put on a
yeah,
whole Hollywood production, make it look like through AI and holograms that we're being invaded by evil entities from Mars. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And you know, because people do it now based on just stupid politics stuff, that there's sheep out there that'll just be like, oh my god,
Yeah.
the world's falling, right?
Yeah,
And
very
the
much so.
other the other thing I'll say is probably about maybe 35, 36 years ago when I was a kid, we went to Disney. Now I was probably like 14, 15, 16 years old, I don't remember. But at Disney back then, so that was like in the early 80s, Disney was doing holograms in the sky showing fireworks, and they were showing like, the characters in the sky at night and
Yeah,
all that. Now that was that long ago. Can you imagine what we
right.
have today? What we can do?
Like I said, yep,
Jesus Christ could appear. It would blow
yeah.
people's minds. People would freak the heck out,
Drones, like I said,
They
they can
they
do
could be
projection there.
holograms. We
Yep.
don't know. And you're right about the AI thing. You know what I see in the future? I see newscasters being all AI, where they don't even have to pay people
No,
anymore to do anything. They'll just have AI newscasters.
they're making a movie with an AI actor and actress. What I hear, it's going to be about 90 minutes long. That's crazy.
Yeah, there's crisis actors doing all kinds of stuff. I mean, you're right. It is nuts. And yeah, so Project Bluebeam, as you said, is a way to have a new world order to control us.
Yes.
And I don't think it would be that difficult to do that, especially
Not,
now.
yeah. We're all, like I said, everything's attached to our hip now. Everything.
Not that I want to bring up politics, but I do have to say this. In the news media, and this is in relation to this, but since the Iran thing has happened, nobody talks about ICE, right?
Yep.
Like they've completely forgotten about it. And that was like the craziest thing that was going on. And people were losing their minds over ICE. Now they just move on to the next thing. And this is how we know that we can control the narrative. The media controls everything.
And look at Epstein. That's under the carpet now too.
Yeah.
And so
yeah,
both those things because of Iran.
I don't even think it's a thing where it's like Iran was started to cover up Epstein or Epstein was started to cover up ICE. I don't even feel like it's that.
I think we as a people have stopped. Basically, we have now short-term memory. Whatever is happening now is what we see. It's not what happened yesterday. It's what is happening now. Kind of. It's like, did you see that? You remember the car accident in 1984? No, but look at that car accident right there. That kind of thing. Or the shooting in Cleveland 2 days ago. No, but there's a shooting in California that they're showing right now. That kind of thing,
Oh, 100%, man, because I know for a fact that some of the war footage that they're showing in Iran, that's old war footage from when I was in the military, showing from the Iraq war and in the invasion of Kuwait. They're showing what the hell do they call those oil refineries burning up? A lot of those images I noticed from when we had the invasion of Kuwait and then when we invaded Iraq. So the media controls the narrative. They control everything that we see and do. And where everyone is so attached to their phone, like you said, that it's going to be easy to pull the wool over our eyes. And ever since COVID.
Yep. Oh, especially COVID. Yep.
Yeah.
That was a what do you call that? A test to see how far they can keep us in a hole or keep us controlled.
Remember how rabid the people were getting? Like, if you don't wear a mask, you should lose your job, and everybody in the military has to take the jab. Remember, it was the jab. You had to have the jab. If you didn't have the jab, you should lose your job. You know, you couldn't go anywhere without a mask. It's so stupid. I'll bring this up. So they were the party of the masks, right? And then after COVID, it was ICE can't wear a mask, right? But then it was Antifa can wear masks. It's the media controls the narrative, and the media is in bed with the industrial war complex, and they're in bed with our politicians and congressional leaders, and they control the world. That's what's going on. And you're right on the money with Project Bluebeam. I think a lot of the stuff you talked about in Project Bluebeam is the original stuff that they wanted to do. I think we're well beyond that. I think you're exactly right. I think it's going to be all AI.
AI and telephone and screens. That's what's going to happen. They're gonna pull something out and they're going to say this is what's happening. And how many billions of people in the world are gonna believe it? It's gonna be a come to Jesus moment, and it's not even Jesus here.
Down the Rabbit Hole said, if you don't see it in person, it's not real. But the problem here is our technology is so advanced, you will see it in person and you will think it's real because you won't know any better. Our government has this thing that they used in Venezuela, and they're probably using it in Iran. They'll probably even use it on our own people when it comes time for this fake alien invasion thing. They call it the discombobulator. Basically, it's a laser beam that makes you think you're going crazy or you can't think straight, and you run into walls, you fall down screaming, your ears bleed. They have high piercing sonar that is like a dog whistle for humans. They have technology. I believe a lot of it's alien tech, but they have technology now that you'll see it in person and you'll think it's real.
The Cuban, what happened to the United States embassy in Cuba? All that making them discombobulated, nose bleeding, ear bleeding. Yeah,
it started with in Nicaragua when they got that leader out.
Yeah.
They have a thing in the military called PSYOPs. It's not called PSYOPs anymore, but those guys, all they do is they use this tech like the discombobulator and the LARS system and all those other things. That's what they use. And they also do propaganda where they infiltrate countries and they get people to rise up against their governments. There's a lot of stuff that our government does that's really crazy, as well as all the governments, man. So I don't put anything past any of them.
Neither do I anymore.
So yeah, Project Bluebeam is a cool topic. It definitely goes to show how vulnerable we are as a society because we're looking to hang on to anything. Really?
Yeah, very much so.
We'll fall for it, hook, line, and sinker. I truly believe that. All right, Matt, let's play another song, and then when we come back, let's do UFO disclosure, okay?
Okay, cool.
All right, I also have something new for you. All right, so this is Joe Boo, Brian Mullen. They're over in the United Kingdom. This song is super cool, and we'll be right back in a few minutes, okay? All right, Matt, good job with Project Bluebeam. That's super cool. Very enlightening. I think we learned a lot with that.
I think it's not going to be this. It's going to be the phones.
Yeah, I agree. All right, well, all right, peeps.
Cool.
He was young and broke with a Gibson dream, picking out his pain on an empty stage string. Riding dead south where the red clay bleeds, was chasing dreams and luxury. Rode upon a crossroads past Tupelo. Moonlight burning and the wind turned cold. A stranger grinned and said, "You want that crown?" And the devil rides a Harley now. Yeah, the devil rides a Harley now. Tire smoke rolling and a V-twin route. Gave up his soul for a thundering crowd. Yeah, the devil rides a Harley now. That thing came past like a lightning storm. Cropped out high and he got warned. The more he prayed, the less he slept. The greater the fire inside him crept. One night he smelled that gasoline. The roll of the throttle shook through his dream. Devil smiled and said, "Son, you sign your name in blood." And the devil rides a Harley now. Yeah, the devil rides a Harley now. Engine humming through the demon's out. He took his songs, his peace and sound. Now the devil rides a Harley now. There's a red dirt road where the lost still pray. You can hear his light coming from miles away. If you deal your soul for a taste of fame, you'll end up being haunted by your own damn name. Yeah, the devil rides the Harley now through the smoke where all the angels drown. Plays someone else's riffs in the underground. Yeah, the devil rides a Harley now. So if you hear that thunder roll, if your hair stands straight and chill your soul, turn back fast, don't make that vow. 'Cause the devil rides a Harley now.
Joe Boo, Brian Mullen. The devil rides a Harley now. I believe it.
I
I'm
love
he
that
has his
song.
pick.
That's fantastic.
Sure, he has his pick of anything he wants to drive, man.
Yeah, but I picture him on a Harley more than a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. It just seems to fit the badassery of him, of it.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, well, he is the ruler of Earth, so I guess he could ride whatever the hell he wants to ride. You gonna tell him you can't?
Right.
Get off that Harley, you freaking devil. Okay. All right. So, all right, Matt, take it away with UFO Disclosure Report. Tell us something new and exciting that's going on in the world.
Well, Trump just after Obama said there are aliens, Trump came back and signed a bunch of executive orders for the FBI. I love to say Defense Department, but it's now the War Department. The National Security Agency, the national intelligence and the military all to start disclosing stuff. At that same time, uh, Congresspersons Luna and Moskowitz are now going to the different departments to get all this set up so they can start disclosing it to the people. So, but when they interview like Kash Patel or Hexeth or what is it? Who's the in charge of national intelligence? What the heads of all these departments, they kind of snicker at the questions itself. So I don't know if it's really true what they're trying to do, or it's just like it's a thing of unbelief that not belief or unbelievable that they're actually doing something like this now. Well, Luna is really, really plugging hard for this to happen. And Moskowitz, another congressperson from Florida, is actually talking about it too now. He's part of the all UFO UAP task force in the Congress. So what I'm sensing is that there will be a speech. I don't know if they're actually going to, the speech is going to be in May or July, but I believe it's going to be a slow roll, not a one big in your face thing, because there are people in the military and military complex that believe that all of this UFO, USO, and the thing I'm not going to believe that I'm going to say right now, but UAP is all demonic and anti-America, anti-Christian, anti-world. But I believe it's going to be a slow roll out, and there's going to be a big pushback. I also believe that when the whole thing comes out, certain factions of religion are going to explode. You think what Jews and Muslims are doing now to the world, these factions are going to totally go nuts. They're either going to unalive themselves or start unaliving everybody. So just be careful what you wish for. I also think in the slow roll, they're going to tell you what they want you to know, not what you think or want to know too. So just be careful for that. Other than that, there's a lot of now military people around the world coming out talking about their experiences with the UFO, UAP, to be politically correct, objects out there. Like there's a couple of admirals coming out in from New Zealand. I hear every day there's a new pilot or sailor coming out talking about their experiences. There is whistleblower after whistleblower coming out. There is there's a human factor to disclosure that won't be government, and I believe you got to believe more of what us, the people, are saying than what the government actually is going to say. So if a former military guy comes out and says he saw something at 5 up in the air while he's flying his 40 mission in the Middle East, then you got to believe that more than what, say, a Hegseth or a former department head of national intelligence or Department of War, Defense, or whatever you want to say. So start believing what us, the people, are saying about their experiences. Like I said, my disclosure is already here. What I've not, the only thing I've experienced is stuff in the sky. I have not been visited, or I have not seen an alien, or I haven't seen a craft on the ground. But what I've seen in the skies have convinced me that there are other objects in the sky other than human-made objects. And I believe that they're either ultra-terrestrial or extraterrestrial objects. So start believing what you hear, like on a Sean Ryan or on a Bill Maher or even a WF show, the Y show, or
Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan talks
Joe
about it all the
Rogan.
time.
Start talking
Tucker
about
Carlson.
Tucker Carlson starting to do it.
He talked about demons.
Yeah, I
Scared him.
yeah. I also believe that some of the quote media is actually coming out now because of News Nation, because News Nation is pushing this to the limit right now.
Matt, let me say this to you, man. If it comes out, you know, there's going to be people that are not going to believe it. There's going to be
Right.
people that believe it hook, line, sinker. There's people that won't believe it. But if it comes out and it's going to send religion upside down.
Yes.
You know it's going to happen. We all know it's going to happen. The Pentagon is scared of releasing it because they're so worried about it, because religion will not mean anything anymore.
Right.
What if, and this is a huge what if, but what if God, our creator, is alien?
Well, I can see it because God also had a wife in the original text of the Bibles. So Yahweh had a wife and they came down from heaven. So, and they did some squashing and stuff with the Bible. And
The
I
Vatican
believe
will
it.
lose their mind.
The Anunnaki, they've,
Yeah.
the Aboriginals have stories of beings coming down, and that's Australia. And that was completely cut off from the world for what, thousands of years.
See, this right here, and I'm not picking on you down the rabbit hole. I don't even know who you are, but they will be tricked, right? You would be tricked. What if the truth is that God is an alien? What if the truth is we are descendants of Anunnaki? What if that is the truth? I'm not saying it is because I don't freaking know. But what if it is? There's going to be a lot of people, churchgoers, religious zealots, that are going to be like, oh no, God, it's everything that the Bible has told us out since our beginning of an inception of time. What if it's not? What are you going to do? And you know the Vatican's going to lose their mind. It's going to set the world upside down.
Yep. Or they're going to go totally deep into their religion and start going nuts.
And unaliving everybody.
Yep.
Like, for instance, what if you're a Muslim and you found out that your prophet wasn't a prophet? You know what I mean? If the truth came out that the Quran doesn't mean anything, if the Bible doesn't mean anything, if it's all fake, right? Instituted by a church to control people, that's going to blow people's minds. It'll be a David Koresh.
Yep. Both Jesus and Allah ascended to heaven in a beam of light. What is that? That's what everybody's talking about in some abductions. Beams of light being shut up.
Here's another one for you, Matt. And this blows my mind, and I know you've seen it. If you look up something on Google, right, or even AI, and you ask about aliens and extraterrestrials, it'll tell you what the government and disinformation has been telling you all along. When we know that they're going to release files to tell us what's really going on. So if you go on and search for it now, guaranteed it'll tell you that it's all fake and it's been found out as fraud and blah, blah, blah. Like I said, the Majestic 12, they're already saying it never happened. Right?
Yeah.
But what are they going to do when it comes out and it says it did happen? Then they're going to have to change it all.
Right.
And here's one other thing I want to say to you. Luna, not only a very attractive woman, I noticed that a lot of Trump's appointees are like Kristi Noem. She's beautiful, man. A lot of them are super attractive, but that's beside the point. Luna, has said that Arrow, who I can't remember the guy that's with Arrow, is that Grouch?
No, Grouch is now with the congressman. He's on the congressman's payroll. I can't think of his name right now.
Who's with Arrow?
Arrow, I can't think of. They've changed hands. They've changed at least 3 times the head of Arrow since the inception of it. So I can't think of who's running it now. But I believe Arrow is just a front and also bullshit. So
I agree.
I said it, bullshit.
I
it's just
agree.
the bullshit department part thing.
Even Luna came out and said that Arrow is sending out disinformation.
Yeah.
And
Arrow's supposed to be the one that is helping this along. They're supposed to be it's supposed to be a modern day Project Blue Book, but for the people, not for the military or for the military complex.
Arrow is for the military, the industrial military complex. Yeah. Luna is completely against everything that they just give disinformation completely.
And it's also a money pit, very much a money pit. They get more money than some other needed departments in the government. So Arrow's just, we can have a whole different 3-hour discussion on Arrow. So
we're going to be doing a lot of UFO disclosure because we're going to lead it all the way up to Corey Good when we have him on the 19th. So next week, I'll say this now, next week, we're bringing on the band True Devil. They reached out to me. They had some hauntings that they were a part of, and they wanted to come on the show and talk about it, and I said, totally cool. All right, but after the hauntings, me and Matt are diving back into cattle mutilations. We're going to talk about the mutilations. We're going to talk about some more abduction stuff, some stories abductions-wise. I'm going to be telling you guys about soul harvesting because here's another twist on the demonic thing, soul harvesting. You've heard about it, right?
Yes.
It's very interesting and super crazy. And if you're religious out there, it's going to be another one that's going to blow your mind. Just the thought that that's possible. Matt's going to bring us another report on UFO disclosure because there's stuff happening every day.
every day, every day. You put it up on YouTube, you Google it. There's something happening every day, and like I said, it's not just the government. Listen to the people. Listen to the people. They will
Power.
tell you more. They'll tell you less. They'll tell you less of the BS and more of the truth.
Yeah, I think the soul harvesting and soul canisters will blow your mind. Plus, we're gonna play a bunch of brand new music, some great tunes, and man, great job today, Matt. It was
Yeah.
fantastic.
Hey,
Some really good
if you guys want to read something about cattle mutilations and abductions, look up anything that Lyndon Moulton Howell has written. She is very, very intelligent, very, very spot on. She's originally an investigative reporter. Then she somehow got tuned into this, and that's what she's been doing for the last 60 years.
There is so
So,
much stuff on UFO stuff. We're gonna cover all of it, man. There's just so much cool stuff, right?
right.
And wait till we have Corey Good on.
Oh, I
sent
can't
you-
wait. I can't wait to see him again. I want to ask him about the avians, and I want to ask him about the base down just outside of South America in the Atlantic. That's what I want to ask him about.
Here's
If
one
I
for you.
can.
Here's one for you, kiddies. And he told me about this, and this was on the last show. I asked him about the moon. I said, "What's up with the moon?" And he told me it's an alien satellite that was put here. It's not just the moon. It does work for our gravity, and it helps with a lot of things and the tides and things like that. You're talking about the blood moon and stuff and the eclipses. There's more to the story, and he's going to talk about it. So
Cool.
all right. All right. Well, this has been Thursday Paranormal. Thank you so much, Matt.
Thank
I
you,
have one
guys.
more song to play for you guys. I saved a really good tune for last. All right. So the name of this song is called Hell on Earth. All right. The Root of All Evil. The band is called Katha. Very cool name. And we're going to kick it. Matt, fantastic job. I'll be
Thank you,
talking to you
guys.
this week. We have a lot of stuff to cover on the next
Yep.
episode, and you guys are not going to want to miss it. But check out this song. This is heavy, heavy. And Matt, you have a great night.
You too.
All right, take care, man.
Everybody, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave comments.
Good job.
While this track was playing, 3,600 cows, 17,000 pigs, 864,000 chickens, and millions of fishes died. Think about it until your next dinner. It has to stop.